This is the story of a simple idea. Buy socks, blankets, and a hot meal for 16 people who are homeless and you probably drive past every day on your way to work. I went on this journey with my really good friend Vaun and his wife Takira. What I learned about a little bit of kindness, faith, and hope really changed me. I started off this day by driving to my good friend Vaughn's house. And it wasn't the normal hangouts where we just chill, talk nonsense, and go about our days afterwards. This trip was different. It was more about giving and a little bit of learning from my side. So at Home Essentials, we found these big fluffy socks and they were only 20 rand. So we did this during the period of Dhul Hijjah. I might have butchered that there and we will get a better explanation in the video. So hold on to your horses.
During the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, which is the last month of the Islamic calendar, it is highly encouraged for us to give charity, also what we call sadaqah. And these days are incredibly blessed days, and it also offers us an amplified opportunity to accumulate spiritual rewards for acts of charity. And then at the end of these 10 days is when we'll celebrate Eid. And during this Eid is when we slaughter. And when we're slaughtering, we must give a third of the share of the animal that we're slaughtering to charity, a third to our families, and a third to ourselves.
But from what I understood, these are a few holy days in the Islamic calendar. Then we headed to Mr. Price home to get the blankets. And what a bargain! For only 79 rand per blanket. So this part wasn't really on our list, but Takira has a really soft spot for kids. So we had to stop at Ackerman's to get some hoodies for two wonderful children. And after that, it was off to get the hot food. For just 22 rand at Kara Nicha's, we found a biryani and curry, and the portions were really generous. So I would like to give a big shout out to Kara Nicha's. Vaun and Takira do these type of runs quite often, and the owner of the Kara Nicha's that they normally go to always steps up for them. Sometimes giving more food than they paid for just out of the kindness of their hearts. So the owner of Kara Nicha's goal has always been to make good food at an affordable price for everybody. And at 22 rand for a proper portion of biryani and curry, they are really living up to that goal. And I just think it's amazing to see local businesses use what they have to support the community. We got our socks, we got our blankets, and we got our hot food. So it's time to start giving. So what stuck with me wasn't their need, but it was their gratitude and their happiness. And most of all, the kindness that they shared, not just to us, but to each other. Every single one of them that we met always gave us blessings. And honestly, their kindness was really genuine. Because even when they got their stuff, they didn't stop there. They told us to just wait, and then they called their friends who were also in need. One of the guys that we gave the socks, blankets, and meal to could have just taken his stuff and left. But he actually asked us, please just wait. He had a friend in the next corner that he would like to also get stuff as well. And it didn't just stop with this one guy. One of the mothers that we gave these items to, plus the little hoodies for her kids, also asked us to wait as she ran to go find one of her friends in order for her and her child to get all of these items as well. So we didn't want to actually record the kids and show them on camera, but you can just take my word. When we gave them their little hoodies, they had the most exciting reaction ever. And it almost made the whole trip completely worth it apart from everything else. The kids grabbed the hoodies and hugged it so tightly as if it was like a Christmas gift. And what I've learned is even in these harsh conditions, they still showed a sense of humility, care, and community spirit for one another that honestly you don't see in places where people have everything. Later on in the day, we met this guy that really stood out. He told us about how he used to run his own company and even had a contract with Eskom. He was a management consultant, doing really well, living a normal life until he lost everything. I think that there's a genuine misconception that people that are living on the street are lazy and don't want to work. The truth is sometimes life hits really hard. And when you're trying to survive day to day, it's almost impossible to start rebuilding your life without a bit of help. And when you're just trying to survive another day, I've always wanted to help people, but I've never seen the point in small, short term efforts. But honestly, this trip changed all of that. Because when you show someone that they're seen, even just for a moment, even just for a moment, you give them hope, and hope matters. So, my final words to you would be I don't expect you to just give, give, and give. Only do as much as you can. I'm a firm believer that help yourself first before you help others. But if you have a little extra, use it, share it, help someone else. Because you never know if your act of kindness is the moment that helps that person turn their life around. I want to give a big thanks to Vaun and Takira for taking me on this journey with them and sharing through this experience. And if this inspired you even a little bit, please like, share, and leave a comment. Because who knows, your comment might inspire someone else. And I'll see you on the next one.